Although the possibility of probation is looming over the Board of Trustees for Guahan Academy Charter School, Superintendent John Fernandez says the Charter School Council will not be making a decision for GACs anytime soon. PNC's Rebecca Elmore has a story.
There's a little over a month left in the year, and with all the unanswered issues plaguing Guahan Academy Charter School, will GACs be placed on probation? That answer might be left to the legislature. We're here at the legislature. Senator Josan Augustin introduced a measure, Bill 191, which, if passed, could financially divorce the Guam Department of Education from the charter school. And if that happens, well, then GDOE would no longer be liable to any risks that the charter school might have incurred. And remember, there are a lot of risks that were revealed in that risk assessment. To recap, the risk assessment estimates a grand total of $428,000 in invalidated expenditures and includes items like a nearly $11,000 board retreat. But according to the risk assessment, that's the least of the charter school's worries. GACs has recently enrolled 1,015 students in order to pay for their new facility. However, local funding is capped at only 740 students. There's also the possibility that the charter school might not be able to afford their new property if alternative sources of funding is not made available. In light of the unanswered questions, Superintendent John Fernandez recommended that the council begin reviewing the process for placing a charter school on probation.
The challenge, I think, is that there wasn't responses weren't received in a timely manner, and the only tool the Charter School Council has is its authority over the charters themselves, over the chartering, the approval of the charters that allow these schools to operate.
Fernandez says local law allows for probation to be an option, but he's still holding out on making that decision.
I just spoke to a representative from from Guahan Academy Charter School, and she indicated they were going to work very hard to try to respond to all the outstanding questions that have been raised through through DOE's review of our approval of their expenditures and so forth. The biggest concern for me is, number one, that we have legislation that's pending at the Guam legislature regarding this arrangement between the charter schools and the traditional public schools. So if we took a vote today, we'd have to choose one over the other, and I don't think that's necessarily I don't think it's necessary to do that vote today, since we know that there may be legislation in a couple of weeks that will open the door to allow more charter schools to apply and be considered and approved. But at the same time, if that bill separates the budgets, that'll give us at the Guam Department of Education some assurance that we won't see the same reduction in our funds that really do not reflect the number of students that are leaving the Department of Education for a charter school.
Ultimately, a decision won't be made anytime soon, and another special meeting has been called for December 7th at 9:30 a.m. Reporting for PNC News, I'm Rebecca Elmore.